What is up, everybody? It's Friday. Happy Friday to you. We're returning to Azeroth and the world of Warcraft, and today we're going to talk guilds. So, no more beating around the bush. Let's crack straight on with step one. Why do I want to join a guild? Now, the first step you'll see in high-end player guides for joining a guild will be create your WoW CV, all your experiences in WoW, everything you've done. Go to Warcraft logs, grab your logs off of there, get them ready to present to the guild, and maybe create a video showing you in action how impressive you are. Now for us, the first step is asking yourself, why do I want to join a guild? It sounds really simple, but in truth, modern WoW allows us to have a very solo experience without the need for guilds. You can join M+ groups, you can join raids, islands, etc. without really talking to anyone. So, we go back to the original question, why join a guild at all? If your first thought is loot, then I can tell you this, I'm afraid you are very wrong. And a guild will see through that very, very quickly, and you'll be kicked. And that's not the experience we want. Loot in a guild is generally meaningless. I know that sounds crazy, but it's true. As almost everything you do once in a guild will generate loot. If your answer was that you wanted to make new friends, stop having the god-awful experience of pugging, maybe take you to the next step. Those are all good answers. And that will help you define what you actually want to look for when you start the hunt. So, we know what we want, so let's find the right fit for us. With the new system for recruiting to not only guilds, but also communities now active, a great new tool is opened up to help us narrow down the search for what we're looking for. Also, and this is important, on a side note, guilds that post up their advertisement have to redo it every 30 days, which means that list is not going to get full of dead guilds still left over from the Cataclysm, which used to actually be a thing. So go ahead, narrow down that list, the ones you think feel like a good fit for you, with the criteria that's set up there. But nope, we're not done yet, because it doesn't hurt to do just a little bit of background checking as well, even at our level. Say we've narrowed it down to 3 guilds that we like the look of. You write the name down, and you're going to head on over to WoW Progress. Now, granted, you may not be interested if they raid or not, or what their progress is, but there is more to be found on WoW Progress, as it also shows the number of people that are active in the guild, how many unique players are in the guild. It's going to show you a breakdown of how many classes they've got, so you can see whether they've got, there may be an abundance of your particular class, or they might not have any of your class. It's not 100% accurate, but it'll give you a good idea. For instance, if there's now 5 unique players left inside that guild, and in the last week 45 players left, it kind of gives you an idea that that's a guild in freefall, and maybe one to give a miss to. So you've got your shortlist. They seem to fit what you're looking for. Now is not the time to sit back. Be active. Look to talk to someone. If you looked up these guilds on WoW Progress, you may have noted on there that there was contact lists, officers, that sort of thing. It may have their battle tags. Go for it. Find them. Have a chat with them. This process is as much about you finding out about them as it is about them getting a feel for you. If they're rude, if they don't seem interested, granted they may be in the middle of doing something, in which case, if they're polite, they'll just say to you, dude, right in the middle of doing something, can you give me talk back, or I'll friend you on Battle.net and we can talk a little bit afterwards. What we don't want are the types that don't even talk. They just invite you immediately, because that's a big warning sign that maybe it's time to move on to the next choice. Or, if we're really lucky, we have a great conversation and we think, yes, this is the fit for us, and they sign us up on the spot, and yes, we're part of a team. You are not a beautiful and unique snowflake. Yes, now is a harsh lesson to learn. Now, this is going to go one or two ways. I will say this. If you're still leveling, then you are less than nothing to the guild. They can't do anything with you. So suck it up. This is normal. Be polite. Grind those levels. Get to max level as soon as you can. The second option is that you joined at max level. Well then, you're a little bit more than nothing. Congratulations, son. But you are still unknown. Yes, you may log in and every time say hello and nobody replies. And then someone they all know logs in and gets a ton of love. And you're feeling bitter and twisted and thinking, this is a stupid idea, I should never have done it. Relax. Relax. It's no different to starting a new school or starting a new job. You have to get to know people. They have to get to know you. This is probably one of the hardest things about joining a new guild. And it's one of the reasons many people like to stay in Pugland. Okay, so now, probably the next hardest part for anybody. And that is Discord and vent. Yeah, voice comms. Whatever your guild uses, join it. The sooner the better. Yes, it is like walking into a bar full of locals. You don't know a single person. You don't know any of the jokes. They all go quiet whenever you talk. And it's horrendous. But try it. Try wherever you can. Even if it's just you go in, you say hello, you say goodbye, you swap yourself on to push to talk, whereas normally you'd be on open, laughing and joking, the life and soul of the party. Do what you need to do to make yourself feel comfortable, but go in and do it as often as you can. You'll start to understand the jokes. You'll start to understand the dynamic of the group and how things work. And maybe you'll start to get involved. You'll start chatting more, having a bit more of a laugh. Guild chat in-game may look dead. And that's because it's all happening in comms. You don't want to miss that. You do not want to miss that. So now, you are frontline infantry. You're chatting. You're in comms. People at least know your name. Some people may even say hello to you when you log in. Now you need to help people out. No. Whoa. Close that wallet back up. I'm not talking about handing out gold to people or any of that kind of craziness. No. I'm not talking about buying people gifts or any of that. We're not that kind of person. We're not going to do that. What I'm talking about is if someone needs to maybe do a +4 on an ult, so you help them out. Even if you don't need to do a +4, even if you want to only do +10s and you only want that kind of gear, we've already said you're not that person. Gear is going to come. What you need to do now is help out. You need to say, sure, I'll go give you a hand. Let's say you've got herbalism. Take an hour out, go do a massive big herb farm, put it in the guild bank. Soon you'll be seen and held in a much higher regard than Johnny Awesome, who just wants the loot. He's another social with you, but people know your name. They know you've started to make an effort. They know that you're somebody that is going to give to the guild. If that's the case, the guild is going to start to give to you. And it's a far more enjoyable life when that's the way it works. That you're part of this collective, part of this group, and you're going to have some fun. So, you're now home sweet home. You feel good. You feel good. You're getting invited to do more things. You're starting to run some high-end blusses. You're starting to get maybe a little team that you run with inside of the guild. You're now one of the clique. You're not one of the group. You're doing some raids. You're doing this and that. And you're having an amazing experience. That's probably my guild telling me I've been kicked after all this. But you're having an amazing experience. And it's fantastic. It's great. Here's the truth that I have learned. I've learned after many, many moons. And is never forget that above all else, as soon as you get a decent sized group of people, some people will not get on. You might not be universally loved by everyone. Might be a friend of yours that you're doing M+ with, doesn't get on with somebody else in the guild. A new recruit might come in and they just grind you up the wrong way. This happens. Talk about it. Okay, 100% guaranteed at some point while you're in a guild, there is going to be drama. Best thing you can do is talk about it. Don't go off into little cliques. Don't start wars. It's the worst thing that can happen to a guild, and it will kill it faster than anything. Now, I do not want to finish on a bummer. I don't want to finish on a big downer. So I will say this, and this is very much from personal experience. A good guild will make a good game an amazing experience. One of the best experiences you will ever have in gaming. It's why I love MMOs almost above any other type of game. It's because of that coming together in a guild and a shared experience. It cranks everything up to 11. The highs, the lows, everything. But you accept the lows because when there's highs, they are mountaintop high and they are well worth it. Ladies and gentlemen, go out there, be brave, join a guild. Join a guild. It is well worth it. It truly is. I hope this helps at least some of you. As I say, if you are a veteran of WoW and a veteran of guilds and everything else, you'll be like, dude, I know all this. You're an idiot. This doesn't help anybody. But there are people out there that have never stepped foot in a guild. And if that's you, try it. Be brave. You can always run back. This is the thing. If you fall out with these people and you don't like it, you don't like the experience, you can just leave the guild. And you can go back to doing what you wanted to do. You haven't lost anything, but you're a little bit more you've had that experience. You're a little bit wiser. At least you can turn around to people and say, "No, it's not for me. I've tried it. Not for me." But give it a go. Trust me, it's an amazing experience. And I wish you all the best out there, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you have an amazing weekend, and I'll catch you all tomorrow. Have a good one, everyone.